Could the world champion Los Angeles Dodgers sign the best player left in free agency? We're about to enter 2026 and some of the best players on the market are still out there for the taking, and Kyle Tucker could absolutely land with baseball's current dynasty team. LA has room in their payroll compared to last year's number, and if they're hesitant on signing another massive contract for Tucker, it makes sense that they could get him on a shorter term, high AAV contract. The other team that makes sense is the Blue Jays, who have gone all in so far this offseason and have a ton of money coming off their team after this season. The other big free agent that I think the Blue Jays sign is Bichette. But if Toronto chooses to go after Kyle Tucker instead, the Yankees also make sense to sign Bichette with last year's struggles of Anthony Volpe at shortstop. Bichette could play short for the next few seasons and slide over to second base as he ages, and would fit in perfectly in New York's lineup. Speaking of the Yankees, Cody Bellinger is still out on the market after having a great season in New York, and although the Yankees are trying hard to re-sign him, I think that they could get priced out by another team that is desperate for offense. The Angels could absolutely throw a ton of money at Bellinger after being really aggressive on the pitching market so far and trading Taylor Ward in the outfield. The last positional player I want to predict is Alex Bregman, who I think will return to Boston after he had a great season in his 1 year with the team. The Red Sox have a hole at third base, and even after adding Wilson Contreras, they have a very left-handed heavy lineup, and Bregman will really help balance it out with his righty power bat. There are three big pitchers left on the market that I want to talk about, the first being Framber Valdez, who has been one of the most durable and reliable pitchers over the past 5 seasons. I think the Orioles or Cubs end up signing him to a big contract, with both teams desperately needing an arm in the rotation that they can feel comfortable handing the ball to 30 times in the regular season or for a big playoff start. Another lefty still out there is Ranger Suarez, who has quietly been one of the better starters in the game. If the Orioles miss out on Framber Valdez, I think Suarez makes a ton of sense for them. I also think the Astros can make a play for him with Valdez likely leaving their rotation. The Phillies are still in play, but Baltimore or Houston is where I think Suarez ends up. The last player I want to talk about is Japanese star Tatsuya Imai, who only has about a week to sign in MLB and has been linked to several teams, including both New York teams, but I think the Giants end up signing a guy who put up a 1.92 ERA last season in 164 innings. San Francisco has the money to spend and could really use a starter with upside in their rotation to slot in with Logan Webb and Robbie Ray. We'll find out the landing spots for these players over the coming weeks and months, but do you have a surprise landing spot for any of these difference makers?